Hey y'all, it's Leslie with the Farm and Pastor's Wife. We're going to make some potato casseroles, 2 of them as a matter of fact, a tater tot casserole and a twice baked potato casserole. So come join me. Alright, so let's get started on this potatoes. The potato side dish I'm going to do. I don't even know really what to call it. Maybe a twice baked potato casserole or just potato casserole, I guess. I'm actually making 2. I'm going to make a hash brown casserole or tater tot casserole. I'm going to make it with tater tots. And then this one I'm actually going to use potatoes. Normally I bake them in the oven or microwave and take them out and scoop them out of the skins and just use that and throw the skins away. But I'm going to make a fairly big one. So I think instead of doing it in the microwave, I'm just going to peel them and boil them on the stove. And because you're kind of making mashed potatoes anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. So right now I'm going to get my potatoes peeled and on the stove. And then I'll come back and we'll go over all the other ingredients. Okay? Well, hey there guys. I am back. I've got my potatoes on to boil. I've cut them up into little bitty pieces so they'll get soft quicker. Like I said, you can I normally do this. In fact, I've never done it this way. I've always microwaved my potatoes, and I do it just like I'm going to do a baked potato, and then I let them cool a little bit and scrape it out. Since I'm doing so many potatoes, and I'm doing this for a church dinner on the grounds type meal, I decided to do it on the stove top and just boil them like I would mashed potatoes. The only thing different I didn't salt them quite as much, because in my casserole there's so many flavors that I put a little bit but not a lot. So let me go over, hang on, I forgot one thing, let me grab it. Actually I forgot 2 things. So hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm ready. So you'll need potatoes, and y'all, I'm sorry, but this is just like all of my recipes. I really don't have measurements. I think I maybe cut up, and they were small to medium russet potatoes, maybe 15 of them. I don't know, I would say maybe 12 to 15 of small to medium russet potatoes. Normally when I make mashed potatoes, y'all, use the yellow gold, the Yukon Gold potatoes. They make the best mashed potatoes. But I'm not going to make mashed potatoes. This is like a potato, it's like a twice baked potato casserole. Like how you put them in the potato skins, but we're actually going to make it into a casserole. So, or into a pan, a dish. So they don't have to be mashed quite as smoothly, and it doesn't matter what kind of potatoes you use. So I used russet potatoes just because that's what I had on hand. So you'll also need a bunch of green onions. And I'm slicing up quite a bit because my other recipe that I'm going to make, my hash brown casserole, it calls for onions. And I only have 1 onion left in the house. And not sure when I'm going to get groceries because Monday we sell chickens, and so I'm saving that onion. So I'm just going to slice up enough green onions for both recipes. It'll be just as good and it'll make it pretty. Let me turn these potatoes down before they boil over. Y'all, I heard putting vinegar in the water will keep it from boiling over. I'm watching it because it's like right at the edge, and I just want to make sure it don't boil over. Making me a little nervous. Y'all, it's not making me nervous because I have never boiled anything over before, because I do it all the time. It's making me nervous because today was my cleaning day and I cleaned my stovetop. So, but anyway, so I really kind of need to wait for them to get boiled, but let me go through what you're going to need. So green onions, and this is way too many for one, but like I said, it's for 2 recipes. A stick of butter, we're going to melt this in just a second. some seasoning salt, and I just use the cheap brand. I think I got that at Aldi, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it's cheapest, but it's good. Now, I don't change on my ranch dressing. I do use Hidden Valley. And you can use, let me tell you, if you have the packets, the powder packets of ranch dressing, you can use that and just add milk to your potatoes. Or you can cut out that step and just use already prepared. And I'm going to use prepared, and I may put a drop or two of heavy cream in here. But you're going to need cheese. And I have pepper jack, and I'm also going to use cheddar. I've got some cheddar in the refrigerator that I didn't get out. I'm not prepared today, y'all. And then some bacon bits. There again, you won't use this whole pack of bacon bits. I just brought a big pack because I use bacon bits a lot. So, and then just other seasoning will be salt and pepper. Y'all, do y'all remember these? This brings back memories of my childhood. I saw these at I don't know where I was at, but I had to have them because those salt and pepper shakers, that's my childhood right there. So anyway, I'm going to let these potatoes boil some more, and I'll bring you back in just a little bit. Y'all, while the potatoes are still boiling, I was watching this lady the other day on YouTube, and I was watching her cook something. I think she was making stewed potatoes. And I thought everybody knew how to make stewed potatoes, and even she did hers different than I do mine. So I guess it's good to have those recipes on YouTube. But it was kind of funny because I love the way she said potatoes. She said, you peel your potatoes, and she emphasized the last O, the potatoes. And I just thought it was the cutest thing, the way she said potatoes. But let me turn my potatoes back up. But what this is going for is we're having Friends Day at church, which is, I don't know if you normally have your homecoming at your church where you invite your family and friends or the people who maybe have moved on or moved to different churches or moved to a different city, and they come home for their church's homecoming. And we normally have a singing group, a gospel singing group, and then a special speaker. And then after, y'all, I'm so sorry, my phone rang, and that was the speaker for tomorrow. He's so excited, and I'm so excited for him to share his testimony. Y'all, his testimony is out of this world. He was addicted to crack for 20 years, and God set him free. I mean, free. And so, yeah, he was calling and just excited, and so I'm excited. Y'all pray for him. Of course, you may see this after he spoke, but I still want you to pray for him because he has a magnificent testimony, and this is just the beginning of God using that testimony and just doing miraculous things. And y'all, I want you to pray that anybody that hears this message, that as they think about it through the weeks, that the Lord would just lay on their hearts. I don't even know what I was talking about before the phone rang. I know I was talking about the lady who said potatoes. Oh, I know. I was talking about Friends Day. So, homecoming is in the fall. And so we're going to do Friends Day in the spring. We always do Friends Day in the spring. And it's the same thing basically as homecoming. You invite your friends, invite your family. You especially want to invite those that are not in church. And don't wait till a Friends Day or homecoming to invite. If you believe in your church and you believe in the God you serve, you invite somebody to church. Especially if they're unchurched or if they don't go regularly. So church growth comes by relationships. It's not so much the dynamic preacher. It's not so much the music. It's the relationships that take place. Now, a dynamic preacher or a good preacher or a loving pastor and great music contributes to that. And then when you get there, it just welcomes the Holy Spirit into the service. But getting the people there is up to you and the relationships you have. So be sure to invite somebody to church this week. But anyway, so my potatoes are almost ready. Still got a little ways to go. But y'all, since this is a church dinner on the grounds, I got the tin pans. I just find it easier. I don't have to worry about making sure I have my Pyrex dish that looks like everybody else's because they wash them. And I don't have to worry about anything. I can just toss this. They can toss it, whoever's cleaning up. Or if I have leftovers, which rarely happens, but it does happen if it turns out not good or nobody likes it, or if we just have an abundance of stuff, it does happen. So what I can do is just wrap it, put a piece of tin foil back on it, bring it home. It's ready to stick in my oven to warm back up. I don't have to worry about anything. So when I'm here at home, I use my Pyrex dishes and stuff, but if I'm going to church, make it easy on yourself. This thing, I got 3 for like $2. And so make it easy on yourself and buy the throwaway stuff. The stuff you don't care about. So anyway, I did get my cheddar cheese out, so now I have my cheddar cheese and my pepper jack. And I'm actually going to put a little bit of both in there. So just as soon as my potatoes are done, my potatoes, I don't say taters. I like potatoes better than I like taters. So my potatoes, as soon as they're done, I will come back and we'll start kind of mixing everything up. And it is so good, y'all. This casserole is so good. This is a great side dish to have if you want something different than baked potatoes with a steak. Like if you're having a cookout or whatever and you're having steak and you don't want to mess with baked potatoes and you want to make something ahead of time. And that's what I'm doing. This is Saturday afternoon. I'm making all this ahead of time, sticking it in my refrigerator. In the morning, I'll warm it back up. Or bake it. I'll probably bake it in the morning. So yeah, y'all won't get to see what it looks like till in the morning. But anyway, this is a great side dish for steaks. Because it's like having a twice baked potato but without the skin. So anyway, I'm going to get checking on my potatoes and I'll be back. Okay, y'all. And you can't see my face. So let me try to finagle this a little bit. Well, now you can't see my food. Let me back you up a little bit. Okay, that's better. So I've got in here my potatoes, and I'm just going to start seasoning. I'm going to put a little bit of seasoning salt. And there's just a little bit more depth of seasoning salt than regular salt, but I put both. It's kind of got a garlicky, I don't know, paprika maybe. Just going to salt and pepper, and I hope these are soft enough. And so I'm just right now going to get them a good start mashing. Y'all, when I make mashed potatoes, I use a hand mixer because when we eat mashed potatoes, we like them really smooth. And I use lots of butter on my mashed potatoes. Of course, I'm using lots of butter in this. But we don't necessarily like chunks. I hope that's not messing up the sound or the camera. Me shaking it. But, so yeah, I've got a good mash on this. And this is a great masher. It's kind of a dual. I know you can hear that. Sorry. But yeah, when you squeeze it, it mashes together. It mashes down below and then mashes together as well. So I know that. Normally I would like this a little warm, but I wasn't sure I was going to use it. So this is my butter I was melting. So go ahead and pour my butter in there. This is a fat girl's dream recipe right here. Nothing low carb about this. And I'm just going to put a drop or two because remember I'm using the already prepared ranch. So that's got liquid. So I really probably should have saved my heavy cream till after I got everything in there. Now I'm just mixing it up, sort of. And continuing to mash a little bit. Because you don't want big chunks in here, but it's okay if you have, you know, some. Alright, I'm gonna... Sorry, y'all are gonna hear this and feel it probably. Okay. Now we'll go to the spoon. Oh, this is so good. Alright, here goes the ranch. And like I said, I don't have measurements. It's just kind of a, I'd say, a third of a cup, maybe half a cup. Oh, it smells divine. And I believe what I'm going to put in here now. Now I'm making this ahead of time. I'm not going to bake it till in the morning. So I'll be sure to bring you guys back in the morning. I probably won't post this video till maybe tomorrow afternoon. Because I don't know when I'm going to have time, because right after church we have lunch on the grounds. And then, because we're selling chickens tomorrow, that doesn't mean we don't do anything until tomorrow. We have to turn our feeders off so many hours. We have to turn the feed because it runs through a system. So we have to turn the main system off, the initial part, at a certain hour. Well, then they're still eating what's in the lines and what's in the system. So many hours after we turn it off, hopefully they've eaten all the feed out of the pan. And then we have to raise the feeders. And then we have to, there's several steps of what we have to do to go in there. And then by the time we're finished, they're there to get the chickens. Thank goodness we don't play a part in catching them. Other than watching in amazement. Oh, be sure your little thing that's in your bacon bits. And don't use like the imitation bacon bits. Ugh. Use the real deal. So I probably used 1/4 of a cup of bacon bits, and I may put some more. I'm gonna put just a little bit more, not a lot. There's another one. Never known them to have 2. Just gonna do another little sprinkling, and y'all, I washed and cut up those green onions, and I put them in here because I'll use them. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just taking a handful, and oh my gosh, it smells so good. Y'all, this is so pretty. I'm actually going to put a little bit more, just another little squirt or 2 of ranch. A drop or 2 of milk. Actually, that's heavy cream. Y'all, I'm going to try. I pride myself on being able to make just about anything. But there's one thing I have attempted to make once. And it wasn't that it tasted bad. It tasted really good. But it wasn't pretty. So I've never tried it again. Now there's some things I don't like to make. But this is something I would really like to learn to make because I really like it. So that thing is banana pudding. I'm not sure I'm going to video me making a banana pudding just because I don't know what I'm doing. And what happened the first time, and I just took a big handful of cheese, and I'm probably going to take 2 big handfuls of cheese. And remember, you're going to top this casserole. I probably won't do it till in the morning. But I'm going to top it with more cheese, more bacon, and more onions. And just put that on top. Okay, this is a, ooh, I didn't know this had a heat, measurement on here. It says medium. Might should have got mild. I didn't realize cheese had heat, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Anyway. Y'all, this is so pretty. I'm really excited about this Friends Day. This is a dear friend of ours, and this is a guy, we know his testimony. We walked his testimony with him, and oh, what an amazing, amazing testimony he has. Oh, I still think I need to thin this down a little bit. Of course, that cheese is going to melt, and it's going to thin some. Talk about rich. Oh my gosh, this is so good. But anyway, I am so excited to have him share his testimony. Y'all, it's just so amazing. It's amazing. It's every step of the way. We were just thinking of things, and he was telling me something that as he was writing his testimony down, something none of us had ever realized before, and we look back and see God's hand was in the small details that equaled out to this huge, magnificent victory. But God's hands was even in the small details. All right, y'all, I'm going to bring you over here and show you this in here before I put it in the pan. Guys, there it is in my bowl. I hadn't put it in the pan yet. And you can see the flecks of bacon and cheese and the green onions, y'all. It's so pretty. And so I'm going to put it over in my bowl, in my pan. And I'm going to spray my pan. I'm really not sure why I'm going to spray my pan, but I am. And but I want y'all to see what it looks like. And I wish you could smell it. Oh my goodness. It smells so good. Okay guys, there it is in my pan. I'm going to cover it with tin foil. And then in the morning, before I bake it, I'm going to put more of my 2 cheeses and some bacon bits and some green onions on top and then bake it. So, I mean, it's ready to eat now. I mean, I could like take a spoon in there right now. And oh, how I'm wanting to. So, but anyway, there it is. Okay, y'all, I got my other casserole in the, oh, you can't see my stuff. Hang on. Still can't see it really good, but anyway, before I put my other casserole in, I had to taste it. It was so good. So good. I hope it's going to be just as good tomorrow when I bake it. And anyway, so I'm starting on my second casserole. This is going to be made with tater tots. So you're going to need a bag of potato tots. Potatoes. This is a 32 ounce. This is a 2-pound bag of tater tots. Sour cream. You're going to use some sour cream. You're going to use cream of chicken. Soup. You can use cream of celery, cream of mushroom, whatever you prefer. Whatever cream of soup you like. I just thought that the color was just kind of going with this casserole. And remember, I didn't use a regular onion in this because I only have one left, and I don't know if I may need it before I go get groceries. So I chopped up some green onions for my other casserole, so I chopped up extra. May need a little more, but I still have some that I've washed over there at the sink. So and this is basically just an assemble. I am going to melt the butter, and you will need a little bit more butter because the topping that I'm going to put on tomorrow is made with potato chips, and you melt butter and pour over the potato chips. So I'm kind of doubling this recipe. So my normal recipe calls for half a cup in the dish and half a cup with the potato chips, but I'm going to put the whole stick in the dish. and just get out another half a stick in the morning or whatever for the potato chips. I don't think I'll need a whole stick for the potato chips. So basically this is just an assembling, and I'm actually going to start with all my, I'm going to open this. I'm going to start with my sour cream because my spoon's clean, and I want a clean spoon going in my sour cream. It doesn't matter about the soup, because I'm not putting that can back in the refrigerator or anything. So, and then I never know if I need more stuff, so I may have to get another spoon anyway. But I'm just taking like 2 big good spoonfuls, maybe a cup of sour cream. Y'all, I'm like one of those cooks that aggravates everybody. See, my spoon's still got sour cream, but that's okay because my soup's going in. Oh, and I better get my butter on to melting. So let me get that melted and I'll bring you right back. Hey y'all, I just poured my butter in here. And I'm getting it all stirred up. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put my onions in. Really, the green onions are just gonna give it a pretty color. And I may have to add more onions. I'm gonna go ahead and salt and pepper the soup mixture, or the creamy mixture. I'm gonna go ahead and season that. You know, sometimes I just take a recipe and play with it and make it my own. I probably shouldn't try doing this for the church Wednesday, but so I'm just going to dump and I have thawed these. I've let these thaw, and so I'm going to go ahead and dump these in. And they smell good. God, everything smells good. I must be hungry. Good grief. And now I'm just going to put cheese. I'm going to put probably two cups of cheese. And it's okay if you break the tater tots up, because I mean, that's fine. I kind of like them broke up anyway. It's gonna be so good. And you know what? I bet those bacon bits would be really good in here too. But that would be kind of 2 casseroles almost identical. I mean, they're pretty close as it is. And remember, I'm not going to put the toppings on them till in the morning. So my toppings tomorrow will be, I'm just going to crunch up a bunch of potato chips, melt some butter and pour over it, and bake it in the oven. And I'm just going to bake the 2 casseroles together at 350 for, I mean, everything's cooked in here. There's nothing raw. So, I don't know. I'll cook it 30 minutes, 20 minutes. So let me get my pan over here. And we'll see if I'm strong enough to hold this one up. I couldn't hold the other one up. I'll probably have to rest it against me. And I should have used one of those great big spoons, but here it goes. And like I said, I've broke up some of these tater tots, and that's fine. They do not have to stay whole. In fact, that probably helps the texture if they do break up. And that's why it's very important. For multiple reasons, it's important that you thaw it. Let's get this goodness out. It's probably, I mean, you don't want the water that comes from when it's frozen. But And this will thin up the soup, and the sour cream will kind of become a little juicier. But I'm just going to pat and even it out. I got my worship music playing. God's so good, y'all. He's so good. I just love him. I just love the Lord. I want everybody to love him. You don't know what you're missing out on if you don't. All right. So, casserole number 2 down. All I gotta do is bake them off in the morning. So, now what stands before me is the banana pudding. The bananas, I forgot to get bananas last night at the store. And so, I had Caroline and Jamie, they ran and got me some, but they weren't very ripe. They said they looked for ripe bananas, but, you know, the stores usually have the brown ones. So I've stuck those bananas in a brown paper bag. I don't know if they'll be ripe enough, and so I may not get the banana pudding made. If I don't, we'll have it one night this week for dessert. But anyway, so I will bring y'all back in the morning and show you these casseroles. And sometime next week, hopefully I'll get the marriage thing done. And second, I hope I give you an update on our Friends Day. I know it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited. But anyway, I'm through cooking now. Now it's time to clean up. So thank y'all for watching, and I'll bring you back in just a little bit. Well, it'll seem like it's a little bit, but it'll be in the morning when I show you the finished product. Good morning, y'all. I am getting ready for church, and just getting ready to wrap up my casseroles, and I wanted to show you before I wrapped them up. So hang on just a second. I want to show you what they look like. They look so good, and my house smells divine. I mean, it smells so good. So good. Hang on just a second. Okay, right there is the twice baked casserole. I guess that's the name I'm going to give it. Anyway, and it looks like a mouse, a big mouse named Bryant Madron has been in this one. So he is going on to church because he's meeting the singer. So I bet when he came through here, he got him a spoonful right there in that corner. So it is tempting because it is so good. And you know, actually last night I got it out of the refrigerator and I took a scoop out and put it in a bowl and microwaved it. You can microwave this casserole. It doesn't have to be baked. I just bake it to make the top pretty. But we had a visitor last night, so I got him out some, put it in a bowl and microwaved it. And it was really good that way too. So there's the twice baked casserole, twice baked potato casserole. Now here's the tater tot casserole. And you know, I put potato chips on the top and some butter, and there it is. So they smell so good, and I hope they make it till the lunch at church. So there you have it. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you next time on the Farm and Pastor's Wife. Hey y'all, I'm home from church, and I just wanted to let you know that my casseroles were a hit. The twice baked potato casserole was the big hit. The tater tot casserole, I mean, about half eaten, and I really didn't care for it. And I don't make those often, so it was, I mean, everybody liked it, but it didn't all get eaten, and I didn't. My favorite was the twice baked casserole. So do the twice baked potato casserole. Potato. So anyway, guys, I am home. I'm going to get a quick nap because we're fixing to get over to the chicken houses in a little bit, and we won't stop for several hours. So I am going to take me a little nap, and I will see you guys later. I just wanted to give you an update that do the twice baked potato. If you have to pick one, do the twice baked potato casserole. It's the best. It was delicious. See you guys later.